You've heard their name, you may have even tasted their coffee, but have you toured the NOMAD Coffee Roastery in Barcelona, Spain? I'm here with Laura, the roaster ambassador here at NOMAD, and she's gonna take us on a tour of the roastery. We're gonna see the green coffee, how it's roasted, how it goes out, and basically the whole process they do here at NOMAD.
Welcome to NOMAD.
All right,
go.
Let's go. Whoa, it's beautiful.
Welcome to the roastery. Yes, this is our roasting space. So first we're going to check out the green storage room.
Sweet. So you have an entire room just for green?
Yes. So here's our green storage space. It's definitely my...
Oh, it smells like delicious green coffee.
It smells so good. It's definitely my favorite space in the roastery, I would say. Because it smells good, as you said, and it's really special because as a roaster, I'm sure as many of you know, we enjoy roasting a coffee that's stored with a stable humidity and temperature.
Yeah,
so,
it feels like clearly cooler in here than it was in the roastery. So this is temperature and humidity control?
Yeah. We keep the temperature between 14 degrees Celsius and 22 degrees Celsius, and the humidity between 40 and 70%.
Yeah, I mean, it feels cooler and more like humid. It feels so nice in here. It feels so nice.
Yeah, it's like a cold humidity.
Yeah.
You can feel it as you're packing the coffee.
Yeah, so you clearly have a lot of green coffee in here.
Okay.
Many pallets.
Yeah, right now it's pretty full.
Mm-hmm.
It's usually pretty full like this, but right now it's extra full because we have a couple pallets here and here. So a lot of it is our house espresso, probably at least 10 pallets. Right now that's Colombia, Chambaku. And then we have a lot of coffees right now from Ethiopia, Burundi, Rwanda.
Those ones just come in recently?
Yeah. We have a lot this year on our menu.
And how often do you get like shipments, or how often do you get deliveries of green coffee?
I would say it depends. Right now we tend to order like bigger quantities of each coffee. So maybe like every 2 weeks or so. But sometimes if we have like 1 or 2 pallets, it'll be every week we get a new coffee. This is Val.
Hola.
My roaster assistant.
Sweet.
She's taking one of our capazos baskets to roast right now. So if you come here, these is how we pack our coffee in the morning in these capazos. This is our scale that we use, and we take the basket and we fill to 18 kilos.
So all of your batches are 18 kilos regardless of the coffee?
Yes, all of it. So that's one way that we remain as consistent as possible. Here we have a Colombia Bombo. It's a washed coffee. It's our yellow house espresso. So we use this coffee and we roast it as espresso and filter roast.
And like these, I don't know, designations. So it says what is Eco-Bomb?
Okay, so E means espresso. So if it's meant for espresso, we put E. And for example, this says F.
So that's for filter. I see.
And then CO stands for Colombia. And Bombo is for the name.
So you weigh out all of your coffees in the morning.
We weigh out all in the morning, unless now we have a system where we roast exactly as the orders come in. So sometimes now we are filling the baskets throughout the day as well.
If you have more orders in that day?
Yes.
Do you have a cutoff for when you have orders, like noon or just as long as you're roasting?
Yeah, as long as we're roasting more or less. But we do have a maximum right now of roasts per day on each machine, which is 28 batches.
Okay. Is that for like workflow or for like personnel, like health and safety of staff, or?
It's related to like how many like batches we can do while we have the roasting team here. So we start at 6 a.m. and then we finish at 5 p.m. and there's 2 shifts. So the maximum we can do between 6 and 5 p.m. is 28 roasts.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, which is quite a lot.
Yeah,
So,
well, on 2 machines.
and we have 2 machines.
Which we'll see in a minute.
In here we store about 25,000 kilos of green coffee at once.
That's a lot of coffee.
It's a lot.
Especially for such a small space. You guys are so efficient with the space.
Yes, we tried to do our best and like fitting the pallets in.
Yeah. Yeah, they're like so tight in there. And like so tight to the ceiling, which is amazing. I feel like part of the struggle of a roastery is like being efficient and effective with the space that you have. And you guys you've definitely maxed it out. That's very cool.
We have maxed it out, I agree.
Is there a difference between this set of buckets and the ones over there? Is like one for one machine and the other for the other, or?
So this one is for Probat number 1, and that's our older Probat. And on that machine we do a filter roast and espresso specials. And then the coffee over here is for Probat number 2. It's our newer Probat, and that's where we roast mostly house espressos.
Nice. So that's easy.
So that's all the same over there.
Got you. So you're just like going through batch after batch after batch.
Yeah.
Very cool.
At Nomad we do all single origins.
Nice. That makes it easy. How does green coffee get in here? Like, how does it get delivered? Because there's not a whole lot of space for a truck to fit back here.
Okay, so the truck parks in the street.
Yeah.
And usually the truck driver has like a little forklift, the not electric one, and he'll help us bring it out to the parking area and leave the pallets there. Then us roasters, we grab the forklift, go outside.
That electric one right there?
Yeah.
I see. Yeah, I was gonna, because there's like a little bit of an incline on the floor right here.
There
like
is.
If you had to get up that with a with just a manual forklift, you'd be with a pallet jack, you'd have to get a running start.
Yeah.
Like, cool.
Even with the electric one, you have to give a little push. And then we open both of these doors.
Oh, okay.
Like this.
Oh, yeah. Nice. Oh, nice.
And then we bring in the forklift.
So you have the electric pallet jack, and that also, I mean, that allows you to get the coffees so high. So right now you said you have Colombian and Ethiopia primarily?
Yeah, we have Colombia, Ethiopia, Burundi, Rwanda. I think that's all right now.
And I suppose if you're doing single origins rather than blends, your menu is pretty seasonally based.
Yeah, we follow the seasons pretty much as to when the coffees come in. The producer is Felipe Restrepo, and we've been working with him for about 7 years.
Oh, wow. When was Nomad started?
Nomad was started in 2011 with Jordy. He had a coffee cart in London.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah.
From coffee cart to this like amazing, massive, very impressive operation.
And later I'll show you, he has his little roaster that he started on. It's in another space in the roastery.
I love that.
And that's kind of fun to see.
That's so great. Yeah, you got to start somewhere. Sometimes it's a coffee cart.
And then Jordy came back to Barcelona because he was in London. So he came back, this is where he's from, and in 2015 is when he opened the roastery. Okay, so after the green storage room, the coffee moves to the roasters.
Ta-da! Beautiful. So yeah, tell us about the roasters. You have 2 machines, obviously.
Yeah, we have 2 machines. So this is Probat number 2, and the other one is Probat number 1. This is Jonathan, our roaster assistant.
Cool.
This number 2 we got about 2 years ago, so it's newer. And then the first one has been here for a few years now.
Awesome. What sizes are they?
It's
Probats, obviously.
Yeah. So they're 2 Probats.
Yeah.
They're the same machine. They're UG-22s. They're pretty similar, but we do have to do different start temperatures. So on the old one, we have a start temperature of 180, and on this one, 200. So we can't really take the same profile and then put it on this one. This one, we mostly do house espressos. Just a lot of production.
You said they're the same size?
They're the same size. So they can fit 22 kilos, but we do 18 kilo batches.
Yeah. How did you guys find out that you couldn't start them at the same temperature? You just like tried and it didn't work?
Yeah, we found that out after buying them. Yeah, because initially
the salespeople, I'm sure, were like, "Yeah, you can replicate profiles."
But yeah, I think at some point we will be able to do the profiles of filters on this one as well. But right now, it just works well to do a lot of the house espressos.
It's nice to kind of have that a little division of labor between machines, because it can kind of make it easier if one person is on just the same thing time after time after time, and the other one is on more, I don't know, hands-on roasting.
Yeah, like this one is also good for like learning, if you're learning to roast, and you can like really get a rhythm and start like to know what's happening in the profiles. And this one is, you have to be like a little more attentive, just because every time is like a different batch. So yeah, we grab a basket and then we carry it out, and then we walk it over here. And then we set the basket down.
Oh, smart.
And then we have to lift up the 18 kilos.
That's a lot to lift up. Over and over, 28 batches, you said?
Yeah, well,
25.
Maybe the full batches like one person will do in a day is like 21. But yeah, 21 times with 18 kilos. We get to be quite strong.
Yeah.
Right now the coffee's gonna come out.
Beautiful. Sweet. Awesome. And do you have like a range of end temperatures that you bring your coffees to, or like range of times that you can share that you roast around?
Well, for example, on this one, we started around 200, and then like this house espresso comes out at around 201 degrees Celsius. So around that range.
Yeah.
And then this one, we start at 180 degrees Celsius, and now we do around sometimes 186, 187, 188 degrees Celsius in the end temp. The profile times, so here, like our house espresso is around 10 minutes and 30 seconds. And these tend to be between 10 minutes and 30 and maybe 11 minutes and 30 seconds as well.
Cool.
So kind of similar, just this one always starts at 20 degrees higher.
Sure. So it can be a bit faster. What for you guys is the difference between like a filter roast versus an espresso roast? Because in the US, a lot of people do the omni roasting, where you just have one roast for everything, or like one roast for each coffee. So yeah, what's the difference between espresso and filter?
So here at NOMAD, we do a filter roast. We'll maybe have a little less development than the espresso roast. Maybe the espresso has a bit more caramelization in the middle of the roast as well. There's not too much of a difference, but we don't do omni roasts really, except for like our competition coffees. So that way, if you buy those, you can kind of use them in espresso or filter. But other than that, we always do separate, like espresso or filter.
Yeah. Nice. And for the competition coffees, do you also roast those in 18 batches on these machines?
We do.
Whoa.
Except recently we had an order of only 15 kilograms.
Yeah.
So we did have to roast that 15.
Yeah.
But other than that, we try to do 18.
Nice. It's good to keep things consistent, for sure. Do you find a lot of fluctuation in how you have to roast, like based on season, like if it's, you know, summer versus winter or?
Okay, yeah, so we notice a lot, even though like we try to maintain a stable temperature inside the roastery with like the temperature we keep the air conditioning on, like in the summer it just gets pretty hot, like around 35 degrees in front if you're roasting. Yeah, and right now it's about 22 degrees in front in winter. So we notice a lot in the profiles. So if we happen to have like a same coffee like in from summer until winter, we do have to like make sure we change the profile a little and keep tasting it. So something fun that we get to do when the green coffee is running out of a certain coffee, maybe we'll only have like 5 kilos or 10 kilos. So we get to do like the last batch of coffee differently than our normal 18 kilos, which is kind of fun for us roasters. We call it a ristretto roast. And so that's pretty fun because we get to experiment a little and like see how it comes out in a smaller batch size.
Nice. That's very fun. Ooh. More coffee.
So this is our uniform, is our black NOMAD shirt. That's NOMAD in the front. And then we have the special black pants for shorts.
Oh, you do have pants. I didn't even see the pants, the pants part.
So that's our uniform for everyone that works here in logistics or the roasters.
Nice.
Yeah.
And how long does the coffee stay like in the cooling tray?
So we have a between batch protocol of 8 minutes that we try to always keep consistently. And so now we're letting it cool even longer than the 8 minutes. We're doing 10 minutes of cooling before it goes into the distoner and down.
Cool. So the 8 minutes between when the coffee leaves the drum into the cooling tray until the next one starts, but 10 minutes in the cooling tray for the dropped coffee.
Right. So when the 8 minutes of the between batch protocol is over, we're putting in the green coffee, and then we're starting the next roast.
Yeah.
And then the other coffee is still cooling for another 2 minutes.
Very cool.
Which is important, especially in summer. It takes longer to cool.
This is like one of the cleanest roasteries I have ever been to. Like there is not a speck of dust on the floor. I feel like a lot of roasteries have like dust like sprinkled on top of all of the machines. And this one is so clean. How do you guys keep it so clean?
I'm really happy to hear that because I haven't been to that many other roasteries. So like this is pretty normal for me. I don't know, it seems pretty easy to keep clean.
Yeah.
But maybe because I've just always known it was clean.
Yeah.
We vacuum sometimes along the way.
Yeah.
Make
And you
sure.
have an air compressor, air gun.
An air compressor. So at the end of the day, we also are spraying the gas area to clean out anything. This is the airflow, right?
Airflow.
Airflow, the chaff. And then here's the destoner. So
Destoner.
the coffee comes through here and goes up. And if there's any stones, it catches down here. With the magnet, will attract the stones.
So any heavy things fall down there and metal things get stuck there.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Which we don't have too many things fall down there, but maybe a rock every once in a while. And then the coffee comes here, and then we open it, and it lands in this box. It's usually around 15.5 kilos.
And so
and then we bring it here.
Yeah.
As you can see, this is all the house espresso where it's waiting to be packed.
Yeah.
And then over here is like the filters and special espressos.
Nice.
What else?
So all the finished roasts get put in these buckets and they go here and then they get packaged.
This is Rebeca, our head roaster.
Hola. ¿Qué estás tostando?
Ahora mismo vamos a tostar Perú Churupayana, uno de nuestros cafés de la casa, un poquito más afrutado, un poquito con tonos florales, pero no demasiado, paso a paso, uno de nuestros cafés especiales.
Bueno, gracias.
Adri, bienvenida.
Perfect.
And that's Val, our roaster assistant.
All right.
Okay.
So, oh, there.
Yeah. Okay, let's go to packaging. So, here is our packaging area. This is Natalie, Baba, and Sek. Here is the space where we do all the packing. Right now that's going out to the mail.
Here you have outgoing boxes, and you have them grouped by who's taking them out.
delivery
DHL. I assume these are like internal.
Mansakas does delivery by bike, local,
Oh.
so that's really fun.
That's super cool.
Yeah. Here is all the house espresso that will be sent out to cafes for wholesale.
And how many cafes? Oh, nice. I like how you do the. So you use the same sticker on your like retail bags and wholesale bags, and it's the same sticker you use for
And
to
over
denote
here.
the roasted and the green coffee.
Yeah.
Oh, multi-purpose.
Yes.
We love it.
And
So how many cafes does Nomad have?
Nomad has 2 cafes. The coffee bar, it's in the center of Barcelona, and then we have Nomad Frutas Selectas, which is in Hogla now.
Nice. And then you have a bunch of other cafes in town that use your coffee?
Yeah,
In
we have a
Barcelona.
lot of wholesale partners in Barcelona, and then we have some more in all of Spain, and then now we are growing to Europe, the US, so expanding a little.
Getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Cool. So what does
Okay.
logistics do?
So first in the morning, logistics is printing out the stickers for the day. So they print out all the stickers they need. It's quite a lot. And then bring the stickers here, get the bags ready, and put all the stickers on the bag. And then
I know that life.
yeah, sometimes the roasters get to help if we need extra help. Sometimes it gets really crazy. Okay, so then here are the machines
Ooh.
where we can fill the bigger bags of coffee, like the kilo bag.
Yeah. These are pretty machines. Nice.
And then when the bags are ready, we bring them here. And we first do one seal, and then the second seal comes through here.
Double seal just to make sure.
Yeah, with the new bags, we seal them in 2 spots. So here we make
These-
a seal. And
yeah.
here.
These bags are so pretty.
They are really cool, and you can hold them
Ta-da!
like you're shopping.
It is, yeah. That's so cool.
Okay, so these black containers is where we store the coffee after the boxes.
Oh, okay. So these are like extra coffees.
Yeah.
You don't sell coffees in these buckets?
We do
Things?
use them for packing. So this will probably be in the boxes. We have the most recent roasts from today probably, and then this could either be from today or yesterday. So this gets packed away first. And at the end of the day, we try to put them in the containers.
Yeah. So
Instead
that
of
they're not
keeping-
just in a bucket.
Yeah. So yeah, that's where we have all of those.
Awesome. It's a serious operation. So you have three people roasting kind of at any given time, 3 people packaging.
3 people packaging, and then also on logistics we have Rose over there. We can go meet her on the computer, and then Alex is also upstairs with logistics. So sometimes there's like 5 people packing.
Wow.
The roasting team is 4, but yeah, we only have like 2 on the machines usually.
Well, so you said you guys only do single origins. What kind of coffees do you focus on? Like, do you focus on clean wash? Do you focus on funky naturals? Do you focus on co-ferments? Or what do you do? A little bit of everything.
Okay, so we usually have a pretty big selection of washed. We usually have a couple naturals, maybe at least 2, 3 on the menu at one time. And then now we usually always try to have one fruity option. So that's like a co-fermented coffee. Right now we have a decaf fruity and mango.
Ooh, I love a good decaf, and I love mango.
The decaf fruity is quite interesting. It's from Wilton Benitez.
Yep. Is it the thermal shock, this, that, and the other?
It's a red bourbon.
Yeah.
I really like it. It has a lot of like passion fruit, but also lemon verbena.
Ooh. Yeah. And how do you guys come up with the like flavor notes and stuff?
The flavor notes we come up with as a team. So when we get the samples in, we roast them on the ikawa, and then we taste them together, and we try to find like the same similar tasting notes. Like if we each find like strawberry, if like 3 out of 4 of us find that, then probably we'll put that on the package.
Oh, awesome. So you have a cupping lab in addition that is not in the middle of the production floor.
Yeah, we have a special cupping room upstairs.
Cool. Can we go see that?
Yeah.
Great. Okay. Yeah, let's see the cupping.
Okay.
Ooh, a secret passageway.
This is our area for eating.
Ah, this is lovely. This is a lovely little, what's it called? Staff lounge.
Oh, wait.
Ah.
This is the first roasting machine of NOMAD.
Oh my goodness. NOMAD started here, folks. Right there. NOMAD started. So if you're wanting to start a coffee roasting business and you're wondering if starting on an Aleo bullet is too small, it's not. You have to start somewhere. That's amazing.
Yeah, Jordy roasted coffee on there first.
That's absolutely very cool.
So the NOMAD Academy, we offer a lot of courses now, like ska course, barista, and then we have intermediate, professional, beginners, and then we have like courses for home, like filter courses and also espresso courses if you're just like a home barista and you just want to learn. And we also have a sensory course, which is quite fun.
Ooh, I love it.
Yeah, we get to like smell different like flowers and fruits and taste, and it's like 3 hours of just learning all about sensory.
Cool. When did you guys start the academy?
The NOMAD Academy started about 2 years ago.
Cool.
And right now, Yvette is the head of the academy with Andres, our trainer. You've probably seen him on, if you don't follow on Instagram. NOMAD Academy. He's always doing really cool videos, like super informative.
Yeah.
Now we're going to the Sala de Cata, which is the cupping room. Also, it's an office sometimes.
Multi-purpose.
This is our cupping room. So we do production cuppings 2 times a week on Wednesday and Friday. And we cup every roast that we roast, every batch, I mean.
Yeah, that's a lot of coffees to go through.
Yeah, some days we have maybe like 50 cups, so 50 batches to cup.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and so this is our cupping table, and we grind the coffee here.
And does everybody, like the entire production team, participate in those cuppings, or is it just like leadership, or?
So usually it's the whole roasting team, so the 4 of us, and then if we can, we have Andres or Yvette, also a cupping, or maybe Fran, if he's available too. So if it's possible, we like to have as many of us so we can get like an opinion.
Yeah. You have the ikawa over here, so you sample roast
ikawa.
everything there?
Yes. We love the ikawa. We use it to roast all of our samples, and that's how we choose our coffees.
Nice. How do you, who do you work with to bring in coffees? You have like importers, or obviously you said you have like long-standing relationships with some farmers.
We try to, if we can, work with the same producers each year. So at least for like our house espressos, we we work with Carlos Pola from El Salvador, Felipe Restrepo from Colombia, and then Diego from Aquiares. And then a few of our other coffees we try to work with every year, like we have the Burundi Gahahe, which we import with Sucafina, but we have had that for a few years now. And so sometimes we work with some importers and then also directly with the producers.
And who does the sample roasting?
Anyone on the roasting team. We all know how to use the kawa, so we take turns.
Whoever's like free or
whoever
when the samples come in.
Yeah, so since there's usually 2 of us roasting at a time, we have the other 2 of us roasters doing maybe cleaning, roasting on the kawa, filling baskets of coffee. Yeah. Nice. Maybe doing experiments on the espresso machine.
Yeah, I think this is something that's very cool, having an espresso machine in the roastery, because I feel like a lot of roasters only taste their coffee on the cupping table and then rely on either feedback from cafe, if they have cafes, but it's nice to have a little bit more of a little control center here.
We love to try out our espresso roast with the espresso machine if we can, because like you said, like on the cupping table, it can taste really good, and then it can taste different in the espresso machine. So that really helps us also like know if we need to make a change on the roast or make it better. And then also like we try to remain in contact with the baristas at our cafes, so they give us feedback as well. If we like, maybe check something on this espresso, and then we can just put it in the espresso machine and make sure we have a good recipe.
What's like a typical day in the life of like you as a roaster? Or what's a typical day in the life of one of your team members?
Okay, so maybe I start at 6 a.m. and I arrive to the roastery. I open the big garage door, and then I turn on the roasting machine as right away as I can. Go into Cropster. We make the schedule for the day on Cropster, and then when that's ready, we go fill the baskets. So fill the baskets. And then the pre-calamento, the pre-warming of the machine, is for 1 hour. After 1 hour, we start roasting, and then pretty much stay on the machine all day until the end of the day, and then maybe finish with about 45 minutes to clean the machine.
And if you start at 6 a.m., then somebody else takes over for you around midday?
Right, so if I start at 6, then at 2 p.m., then my colleague will come and finish out the rest of the day.
Nice.
Yeah.
It seems like, I feel like in a lot of roasteries, they're like so strapped for staff, like there's no wiggle room, but here you have a nice system of support, I'll say. Like, if you have to go to the bathroom, you can tap your coworker on the shoulder and be like, hey, finish this roast.
It's true. It's really nice because we have had 3 people on the roasting team until recently, and now we have 4, and it makes like a big difference with just like easing the workflow, and like it's like less stressful. And then like if one of us is on vacation, we still are able to get all the work done. So yeah, it's really great having 4 of us.
Thank you for coming along on this roastery tour of NOMAD in Barcelona. I hope you enjoyed the behind-the-scenes look into their impressive operations. Now make sure to like, subscribe, and follow for more coffee and roasting content. Till next time, happy roasting!